want to take a second to express gratitude and declare my intentions. My name is Tim. I create videos that shed light on the absurdities of modern society, as well as highlight humanity's creativity, resilience, and compassion. I believe we need to start publicly acknowledging that capitalism is doing more harm than good. It's important that we talk about sustainable and ethical alternatives, not on the sidelines, but in the mainstream. If you doubt that this will ever happen, I ask that you consider that your very doubt is a reflection of how insidiously controlling our system is. How healthy is it to be so resistant to change that you'd rather tolerate endless violence than even discuss it? This is a touchy subject, and my style may not be for everyone, but if my videos do resonate with you, please leave a like. As you can probably tell if you've watched any of my previous videos, I'm working through a lot of baggage with people. In one of my videos, I even said I hate you, and I meant it, because I was speaking from a pained place, speaking to you, not all of you, but a part of you, because I really hate our current society. And there is a part of us that contributes to that society in which I hate. And it's this like neglectful, detached in a bad way, because there's different types of detachment. Complacent, complicit, selfish, dismissive, egotistical, ignorant, and arrogant parts of you and parts of myself, of course, because I embody all those things too. But I needed to voice that pain so that the parts in me that were holding on to it would complete that process. I could move on and heal. And I needed to share that, as well as all of the awkwardness, the ugliness, the roughness that led up to that. And there's still that, those things are still lingering and will linger for a long time. Who knows, they might always be with me a little bit. I'm sure they will. But I needed that to also be seen. I needed this process to be slow and to build this foundation, because I'm gonna be around for a while with this stuff, as long as I can, I think, until I've said what I have to say. And I've got some shit to say still, even though I don't know what it's gonna be. And apparently I'm just gonna keep saying that I have shit to say, but not really say much, just a bunch of hot air. But no, I've made actual videos with actual content, right? Like I did the dig deep and show up one. I was just gonna cite the one that I haven't posted yet. It's gonna be after this one, or maybe just before it. It's about like all the things I'm envisioning in the future when we say enough is enough with this administration. And we say never again with this corrupt bullshit and hunger and shit. And then we're focusing on the future and the economy and society that we want to have. I said a lot of good stuff in that, I think. But anyway, I needed to set this foundation. I needed it to be hard, unfortunately. And it's gonna continue to be hard for me, I'm sure. But I do appreciate this opportunity, as weird as that might sound. I appreciate that I was finally ready to do this. And I appreciate that I'm able to make content that can be seen by pretty much anyone. I appreciate that it might help somebody or many people. Because I really, growing up and well into adulthood, actually until now really, like I've wanted to help society, but I've always seen how it's fundamentally broken, and I didn't come here to do patchwork for society. I didn't come here to put all of my effort into one or two big things that ultimately run into a titanium fucking ceiling that we can't get through within this system. I came here to help overthrow this fucking system, not by force, not at all by violence. It can't be a violent revolution, but it does need to be a revolution, and that is what I'm here to fucking help with. And I'm sick of there not being a way for me to help. Like, that has killed me inside. Like, a way to help in the way that I need to help. And that's how I need to help. I need to help get rid of this fucking insanely corrupt, unsustainable, damaging socioeconomic system that we know as capitalism, even if it doesn't happen in my lifetime. But I used to, for the past few years, I had been accepting that it's probably not going to be in my lifetime, but now I think we're at a point where, like, if it's not, then we're all going to kill ourselves and AI is going to take over. So it needs to be in our lifetime. So I'm actually not going to entertain the idea that it's going to be some distant future. No, this needs to start happening. Like, the conversations need to at least start. We need to at least shift some fundamental pieces. We have to get the ball rolling on this. And I'm talking about mainstream media, or its equivalent, because now YouTube has more views than any streaming service, any news program. I have very big things that I need to talk about, very controversial, very delicate things. And that's why it's been, another reason why it's been so important for me to, hello there, work through the emotional baggage that I've had so that I can be as clear and clean, have as clean of energy as possible and not project it. I do not want to incite any violence. I don't want to drum up any anger with my videos. I'm trying to inspire, and I'm getting bombarded by my cat. What do you need, bud? This is going to take everything within me, I think. It's going to take every single bit of knowledge I have, every resource within me to accomplish this mission. But I'm here for it, because like I said, I didn't come here to fuck around, goddammit. I'm here to make some shit happen. And I'm sorry it took me so fucking long to finally start doing this, actually. Because I know this is needed. I know there's people out there that need to see these videos. They haven't yet, but they will. It just takes time. For anything good, anything sustainable and built on love and trust, compassion, takes time. And I know I need to be more lighthearted and funny. I gotta walk a fine line between serious and lighthearted, because you can't take everything seriously. You just can't, even when you are, if that makes sense. It's like a paradox. But yeah. And yes, I'm fucking rambling and saying unnecessary shit that I can just be acknowledging in my head and being mindful of, and I don't necessarily need to tell the goddamn people watching this. So I gotta work through that. That's a process. It's just that I have so much history of not talking. And so I'm trying to make up for years of that. And like I said, I'm sorry that I didn't do this sooner. I just didn't believe in myself enough, and I was beaten down by lost hope, thinking this wasn't going to happen in my lifetime. And there were times where I would still like push to have these ideas spread, even totally believing it wouldn't happen in my lifetime, just because it's the right thing to do. But now I'm here. Sorry it took so long. I tried to do this in 2008, and then again in 2016, and then kind of again in like 2023, but that was more writing than anything. And now I'm rambling again. I'm sorry. Making up for lost time, because this is where I belong. This is where I should have been. These are what things I should have been saying and pushing for. And this is the inner work I should have been doing fucking years ago. But it's like, I don't know if I had to learn more lessons, or if maybe the collective needed to be in just the right place, because otherwise there'd be really nasty backlash that would have like shut me down for the rest of my life, perhaps. Who knows? But now it's time, and there's work to do. So with that note, I'm going to be making better videos. I appreciate being able to do this. Oh yeah, I need to state my intentions that I said I was going to do. I kind of just laid it out though. Like, my intention is to spread as much awareness as I can that capitalism, it's not only is it collapsing, but it's kind of designed to. It's not sustainable. It's designed to destroy itself and all of us with it, but also to spread hope. I don't want people to watch my videos and then be depressed, the sad stuff that I'm talking about, or my negative energy. I want to have clean, positive energy, talking about things that may be difficult to swallow, but are necessary to accept, need to be acknowledged, examined, and understood, so that we don't exhaust ourselves on rabbit holes of conspiracy theories or misinformation, or spending years believing that there is no hope when in fact there totally is. And I want to spread that hope. I think there's amazing, profound, beautiful, nourishing, healing, amazing things waiting for humanity. We just have to want that shit badly enough. And I think we do. And if it was just my purpose to help humanity overcome this crap and figure out a better system, I wouldn't get very far. I think I'm meant to be like a helpful commentator, facilitator, thinker, motivator, hopefully. But I think this is in all of us, this drive for this. It's just part of like our growth, our personal and collective evolution, our awakening, if you will. And part of my process while making these videos is to trust that. I want to serve humanity. In order to do that, I have to get out of my own head about the expectations and ideas that I think is helpful, and make sure that I'm following my intuition, that I'm listening to the universe. So that's another reason why this is taking so long, because it's hard for me to get out of my head and let go of my ego. How does one give hope to another? What would it look like for you to receive hope from some guy in a YouTube video? I imagine it would be helpful to point out amazing qualities in us, to mindfully honor our limitations, also mindfully honor our strengths. I think it would be helpful to challenge limiting belief and point us back to our true nature. I think it would be helpful to share some of my stories. As you can probably tell, I've been through some shit, and those who know me don't quite know the extent of what I've been through. My suffering has been invisible mostly, but I've suffered tremendously. Alright, you don't need to hear that. Take care, guys, seriously. Do something that is scary but exciting. I challenge you to do that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to stay up to date with even better content as I evolve and improve. If it feels right, consider leaving a comment. I'd be happy to read any questions or topic requests you may have. But whatever you do, please take care of yourself. As Desmond Tutu said, "My humanity is bound up in yours, for we can only be human together."